Interconference affair lined up for you today as the Utah Jazz come in for this one. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And guys, checking out Ask Kenny. What do you expect here?
Well, when you come in as a rookie at 6'11", 270, and you're in good shape, there's no doubt that you're going to be able to compete physically at this level. And that's the case with Cantor. Now it's just a matter of gaining experience.
And Steve, he's put that size and strength to use right from the word go. A voracious offensive rebound with the knack to finish it on the rim. The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
Checking out Chicago, boy, they've been one of the big stories of the early season so far, and for all the right reasons, too.
Yeah, that's right. They've been better than anybody could have predicted to this point. They don't have a lot of star power, but they play together. Pieces seem to fit, and they were flying under the radar, but all of a sudden now people are starting to recognize how good they are.
Stolen by Williams.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk clock coming within seconds of the steal.
I love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all five guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
Burke kicks to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Cantor. No good. Great defense that time from Noah.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting. Did a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Here's Rose and Jefferson with the... And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And if you look at their numbers in that game, what jumps out most is the balance offensively. They really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win. Well, really a promising young roster for the Utah Jazz team, guys. A lot of blue-chip talent there. I think in a couple of years, this team has a chance to be one of the best in the West.
Rose goes in. And that one hits back iron.
I'm not sure about that shot, guys. The defense really all over.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find some, you're right. Now, here's Burke. He picked up 15 points in the last one against Philadelphia.
And Kevin, don't forget about his playmaking in that game as well. It was wonderful in terms of attacking the defense and figuring out when to shoot and when to find teammates.
And you got to give this Utah front office a lot of credit. You're right, Clark. They've only missed the playoffs 5 times in the last 30 seasons. Steve, that is a remarkable run.
What I like about Utah, too, Kevin, is that they seem to stay ahead of the curve. They make moves while they still have leverage. Dealing Carlos Boozer, Kirilenko, Aaron Williams. So they've done a good job of getting value, getting assets, and continuing to look ahead.
Now here's Williams. Passes it to Burke to end the drought. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Burke's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
He told me he's very pleased with how his team plays progressed throughout the season so far, saying we're finding our roles and doing all the small things that separate good teams from average teams. I hope we can keep this going. Guys?
And thank you for that, Doris. So it's the Jazz now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Some solid defense from Rose.
You know, with Derrick Rose out, a lot of people thought the Bulls would flounder last season, guys, but they were still one of the tougher teams in all of the East, in part because the culture of toughness and next man up has been instilled in that group from its coaching staff, starting with Tom Thibodeau. I don't think this takes away anything from how great Rose is, but I think it certainly speaks to how bought in and committed to the team that every man on that roster is.
And Beatrix with the stuff.
Well, the big fella's showing us a little explosiveness for a change.
Well, maybe Clark is working on his dunk skills because he looked perfectly at home right there.
Now, sometimes he can find those, so I'd like to see him get that one down.
Throws it down if the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one is on Rush.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack with a big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
Gobert, he's checked in for Marvin Williams. Good. Well, back to the Chicago Bulls team, you got to give a lot of credit to the culture of defense and effort that Coach Tom Thibodeau has created there, Steve.
Well, they weathered Rose's absence remarkably well. Dancing in the playoffs, giving Miami all it could handle. And you wonder, with the healthy Rose now and all these other players having developed, this Chicago championship caliber team, I think they are. I agree.
They worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Now here's Lucas. The pass to Rush. Just 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. For the key. And Utah again with the bucket. Here's Heinrich. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Pass to Butler. Butler off the pits and down. And Butler, here we go. And it's blocked by Beatrix. Dang passes to Dunleavy. Hands it from downtown. Dunleavy's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls. They lead by 8 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
Tune in Sunday, January 20th.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Jeremy Evans. John Lucas out there with Rush. And it's Hayward. And it's Gobert in at the center position. Lucas, that's good. Lucas has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Jazz. Heinrich kicks to Butler. Gibson setting the pick for Butler. Gibson inside. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, the thing you love about Gibson is his energy and his length defensively. He's got those long arms. He can bounce. He can really get off the floor. And he's smart, so he anticipates things before they happen at that end of the court. One of the best front court defenders there is in the league.
Yeah, he really is. A lot of defense, his motivation, and Taj has never had a problem with that. If he has the minds that he doesn't want you to score, and he can make things very difficult for you, whoever he is guarding, now that's when he is in his very best.
Well, I love the active hands on the steal and the feet on the fast break.
Guys, this is just too close to the game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Carlos Boozer's checked in for Taj Gibson.
I think when you look at Derrick Rose, fellas, the most intimidating thing about him is his elite speed. But you also have to consider his size. He's well put together, about 6'3", maybe just a shade over 200 pounds. He is a handful, and he's coming at you fast with that strong body and explosiveness.
The Jazz making a switch here. Favors is checked in. Rose double team. Heinrich defended by Burke. Outside Rose. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Ennis Kelly. And Clark, you mentioned the size of Derrick. 6'3", not just a speedster, but the combination of quickness and power. I've always thought this. He goes in there and And he would be a very tough guy to try to stop when he's got a full head of steam.
Oh, no question. Wow. He's coming at you with that burst and the strength. That's why he's so overpowering as a point guard.
Marvin Williams is checked in for Utah. Burke dishes to Favors. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they hit the basket there anyway.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Here's Rose.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep our eyes on.
And the shot counts. He's fouled. It's a chance for a 3-point play. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
He's looked tight up there at the line early on, hasn't he?
He has. You know, when you miss a couple, sometimes you lose your confidence, you lose your stroke. I think that's what's happened to him right now.
You know, one thing about going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Now, here's Burks, averaging 9 points per contest. Here's Jefferson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. For Utah, he's a shot 75% the lines and out going 3 for 4. Luol Deng is checked in for Montgomery. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, this is what you have to do when you're trailing. You've got to attack, be aggressive, and get to that foul line.
And perhaps cause some foul trouble along the way. I mean, that can have a big impact down the road.
Rose goes in. He got an advantage there after Burke and took it right in. Rose has got 18 points in the game.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Stolen by Rose. He dishes it to Heinrich. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the band.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have been behind him. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Derrick Rose, number 1.
Well, I'm sure the coach is pleased with his performance here recently. He's been on a nice little roll. If this keeps up, his team will definitely be moving in the right direction.
And Utah has possession. It's a 10-point game. And here is Burke. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 6. That's a floater goal, and it's blocked by Rose. Let's go. Offensive rebound. Boozer. And he converts the layup. And now it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Now here's Burke. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Favors working against Boozer. Shoots a fader. Favors can't get it to go.
And the fadeaway was about his only option in a really good defensive position. I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
It sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Burke kicks to Burks. He passes to Favors. Pass to Burke. Deflects the pass. Here's Jefferson. Count that one.
Drive to the bucket was nice. Finger roll finish, beautiful.
For the Jazz. Taj Gibson's checked in for Boozer. And Jimmy Butler coming in for Kirk Heinrich. Rose double team. Butler feeds to Dang. And the Bulls another 3.
Well, with him, what immediately comes to mind is the long-range shooting. I mean, he can knock down shots from anywhere, and of course, that forces the defense to locate him at all times.
And you know, at the end of the day, Steve, you just have to respect his overall defensive action. I mean, there's not just one thing he does well at that end. He knows how to guard from A to Z.
Dennis Canner's checked in for Utah. Rose off the bit from Gibson. Outside Butler. Back to Rose. He kicks it to Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And It's 9 points for Butler. Here's Burke. No good. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and we got a blowout in the Windy City. A tremendous start for the Bulls. Things have been working for them in big ways as they look to keep this winning streak going. Derrick Rose has it stuck on automatic following his performance against the Bucks. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. On the other side, the Jazz have not had a great start. The story of turnovers hasn't been a good one for them so far. It's really hurt to this point. Too casual with their possessions. Now let's check out
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return to the United Center, a look at the statue honoring the great Michael Jordan.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He has 18 points and 2 steals. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Well, they have no answer for him at this point.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Stanley and Bruiser, they make up the forwards. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the back. And it's Noah in at the 5 spot. Here's Burke. That's good. Burke's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Utah. Utah comes into this one after the win against Philadelphia.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense to be able to handle. Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. And he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
And it's Rose penetrating. And that one's good. Rose has got 20 points.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always. Well, Luol Deng, originally from South Sudan, his family moved to London when he was a teen, and then for him, going to the United States, a worldly player for sure, and he's been involved in a lot of causes, both here in the U.S. and internationally.
Butler with the steal. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. And that one's good. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
So deflating for a team. Coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
Jefferson with it. He's picked up by Deng. Jefferson passing to Favors. A fader. That one goes. Count. Favors has got 5 points so far. And going back to Deng, so active off the court, helping Sudanese refugees, basketball without borders, numerous charities. He does his parents and sort of with that kind of thoughtfulness.
Yeah, and he's also championed a lot of causes in the UK, campaigning to maintain funding for the British national team. Deng is passionate, both on and off the court. You just love his approach to the game and to life, Kevin.
With a screen for Butler. Back to clear. And finished up by Noah.
A nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean. And they made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
Outside Rose. Deng dishes to Butler. Hits it from three-point line. Butler's got 12 in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
Here's Favors. And he overshot that one, missing.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. It's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
And it's good. Noah's got his second basket of the game.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
They sure are. You got to come up with something. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
Well, they might as well continue to pull up and let it fly.
Rose, double team. Here's the dish to Butler. Back to Rose. He feeds it to Dang. For the three. And Derrick Favors pulls it down. Jazz trail by 20. Dishes to Burks. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. A look at Chicago. They're looking extremely sharp right now. Poised in the top spot and playing very well. And checking out Miami. 2 games back.
You know, looking at Chicago, boy, they've been one of the big stories of the early season so far. And for all the right reasons, too.
Yeah, that's right. They've been better than anybody could have predicted to this point. They don't have a lot of star power, but they play together. The pieces seem to fit. And, you know, they were flying under the radar, but all of a sudden now people are starting to recognize how good they are.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
Yeah, in fact, that's the shot they've used from that range, Clark, to get 8 of their last 10 points.
And it's Rose penetrating. And the layup's good off the glass. Rose has got 6 in the quarter.
I'll tell you what I love about him. His ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong. Even with defenders hanging all over, he continues to finish at the basket.
And that's not all there is to say about him, Steve. I mean, he also is a master of the pick and roll. Get the ball in his hands and set a screen for him, and there will be an easy bucket after. That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop guy.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Double team on Rose. No good from Gibson. Now Lucas. He has 6. Kicks to Hayward. Back to Lucas for 3. Can't get it to go. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit.
NBA.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
Man, they keep piling up the assists. Got great ball movement.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Burke runs the show with Hayward at the 2. Harvey Williams is under with Dennis Kenton, and it's Jefferson in at the 3 spot. He's off on the first. And in rush, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. Good on the second free throw. Utah with the ball, trailing by 19, and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season. Shoots from the elbow. Burke can't get it to go. Chicago has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And there's the feed to Jefferson. Passes it to Cantor. Jefferson kicks to Cantor. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
What you like with Trey Burke, he really can't do it all at the point guard position. Pass, shoot, he's very poised, under control, and a good leader as well.
And Utah making a change here. Favors is checked in, and back to Burke at 6'1", not elite size or great athleticism for the point guard position, some say.
But he makes up for that lack of size and athleticism with smart and a desire to get better and a really excellent shooting stroke. So I think when you look at Burke, he's a guy that's going to continue to get better.
And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
And you know that Golden State game, guys, has a lot of attention on it.
The Bulls leading by 18. And it's Rose penetrating and shoots it with authority. He is capable of some incredible athleticism.
And we just got a chance to see it on full display right there.
You gotta love a point guard who could finish like a power forward.
Utah calls timeout.
He can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up in the paint.
They're just way too porous as a defense right now. A lot of holes in that defense. It's a good time to use a timeout here.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Cantor, the pass to Burke. A three-pointer is right on target.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Rose dishes to Noah. And here's a nice one-night shot. Absolutely caught no one on his first space on that time.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful. Such a solid performance from the inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that could have gone their way today.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Now here's Burke. He's covered by Rose. Stolen by Noah. Just a little under 2.5 minutes of pass now. Here in the field. It's Gibson finishing it off.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Butler gets to Rose.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
Now here's Burke. He's covered by Rose. Burke can't get it to go.
This quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Rose goes in. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Bulls ball. Chicago Gates possession. Obvious Beatrice is checked in for Utah. Gobert comes in for Derrick Favors. .152 left in the game. Rose passes to Gibson. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Lucas with it. Now the pass to Rush. 5 on the clock. Can they get it? Can't get it to go. Nice D from Kirk Heinrich.
An 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in their team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak. It's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Here's Lucas. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Why did he kind of alligator on him that short stroke? After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now, thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Pass to Rush. Back to Lucas. Drew on the 14-footer.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
The Bulls have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final. Great shooting down the stretch. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're leading by 29. 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Ozzie Muhammad checked in for Chicago. Marcus Teague has come in for Derrick Rose. Outside Teague. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming for him.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. Fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helps with the winning effort.
Lucas off a pick from Beatrice. And Gobert kicks to Lucas. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Now, severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Now Teague. For three, Heinrich. Off target. And so Chicago takes this one. And by
I should have taken back this moment. These words I spoke, I know it. Now I can see clearly. I folded, I shouldered too much weight. I holding too much pain, and it destroyed me, and then rebuilt me, and now it can feel me. It follows me everywhere I go, but it can never break me. Now I know I was lying to myself back then, but the truth was always bleeding out my pen. I fade back to myself in the end. I'm just one step away, I ascend. I climb that faded staircase of sin. I'm reaching in vain just to hold on to them. Once again, the memories seem to blend. My enemies and friends seem to vanish in the wind. One step closer to your dreams. Does it mean everything in between where you are right now and where you wanna be? Must suffer for the cause like it ought to be. Me against the world in apostrophes. You look around like ain't nothing stopping me. This is my time, my choice. Like the whole damn world gotta hear my voice. Cause this is my music, my thoughts, my life. It ain't a song no more, it's a sacrifice. It's an offering of everything I got. Like everything I am reflects everything I'm not. So much time wasted on all the games